Now, you're claiming for a number of things. The first is for the full price of the car, which is £1,020. Well, that's easy. That's the value of the car, which was sold. No dispute about that. What's the next amount?
£50.
What's that for?
I had a friend who was a mechanic check the vehicle to ensure...
To check on the vehicle?
Yeah.
There was another £50 for a quote, is that right?
Yes.
Why are you entitled to that?
It's an out-of-pocket expense I've incurred.
What about the £45 further for a second quote?
Another out-of-pocket expense I've incurred in getting the vehicle inspected.
That has to be reasonable. If the gearbox broke down, as soon as you were told that that was the problem, at that stage, why not simply, if you managed to get it towed to the local mechanics, pay for it to be towed back to him?
I got a quote and it was over £200 to get the vehicle recovered to Andy, and I did not have the money to recover the vehicle back to Andy.
Well, but that can't be right, madam, because you've paid here certainly nearly £150. Why not go the extra £50 and dump it on his forecourt?
Because I didn't know exactly what the problem was until I'd had those reports completed.
What's the £2.06 for?
Sending the letter recorded delivery.
You're also claiming for £216. What's that for?
I've been off work with stress. I was due to go back to work. This has had such an impact on me.
What has this done to you?
It's horrendous. I don't think they realise. I feel like I let my children down.
Why, madam?
Because not having a car, they've just missed out on so much. They've missed out on swimming lessons, brownies, Christmas parties. They've just missed so much.
Do you live rurally?
We don't live rurally, but my daughter fractured her foot. My little boy has got a serious health condition, which means he's in and out of hospital. So I need a car.
Now, the most important thing is for you to give the car back, which, assuming I came to such order, you would accept at this stage, I would have thought.
Judge. Especially
now you've had that report, correct? Just pause for a second, if you don't mind.
Correct.
You would take the car back?
Yes.
Very helpful, sir. Sam, when could you return the car?
Judge, the car has been scrapped. Yep.
Andy, were you aware that that was the case?
No.
Madam, why did you scrap the vehicle?
I asked them to collect the vehicle on by a certain date. I gave them notice. They did not collect the vehicle. I was paying for the tax, I was paying for the insurance, I could not afford the repairs. They did not honour my consumer rights. The vehicle, I could do nothing with the vehicle. I had no option.
How much did you get for scrap?
£200.
What do you have to say, hearing for the first time that that car has been scrapped?
Well, I'm disappointed because she didn't give us a date that we had to go and pick it up by. That's the first time I've ever heard that statement.
Where do you say you gave them a date, please, madam?
I gave them a date on the email of the 20th of January. If I didn't hear from them by then, I would be taking legal action.
I do not hear from you by Friday the 20th of January, telling me where the car will be collected and how I will be receiving my refund. I will start legal proceedings. You did give that indication and notification. Where does it say you will destroy the vehicle?
I didn't. I still don't believe they would have helped me in any way. They've refused to help me through the entire process. As Kerry said, she only returned one call, one voicemail I had, after ringing them 20 times.
How many times did you call, Kerry?
2 or 3.
Having listened to everything here, this matter could have been resolved far better. Could have been resolved by you going, somebody's called 25 times. Understood. Question is, has she acted reasonably in response? It's a very, very difficult situation for me to come to a conclusion about. In the circumstances, I find this sale to have been conducted in the course of a business. That really should resolve the case fairly neatly, insofar as a professional seller, you know that you have enhanced obligations, and Sam is right when she quotes her consumer rights to me. Had you brought the matter to court at that stage, I would have given you the full value of the car. I wouldn't have given you the money for the mechanics, because in my view, that money should have been simply spent on £200 getting it back to him, for example. You chose not to do the sensible thing. I certainly could not, in law, have given you the £216 for the time you've had off work. I've not seen sufficient evidence, for example, of any mental health complication that would satisfy under that heading. However, the last question that I asked in the course of this case, which was, I'll be clear, a surprise to me, is that the vehicle has been destroyed. The reality, therefore, is that Andy now has no remedy. In the circumstances, then, I have to dismiss your case.
Okay.
However, I want to be clear, I have heard the distress that you've experienced here. I absolutely believe that to be the case. Your actions in response led to you losing this case. It's important because people watch this programme. Your case is dismissed.
Sam's case was dismissed and she was awarded nothing by the court.